All right, mate, let's get into it because we've got a lot to talk about today. What do we, let's go to the feature first, unless you've got something else.
Well, no, once again, I've got an editorial in the Cairns magazine, Lift Out magazine from the Cairns Post. And the title is, Don't Let Yucky Fungal Nails Become Your Pal. I'm almost certain I did not come up with that title.
No, I'm sure that you didn't come up with that one. Don't let yucky what is it?
Don't let yucky fungal nails become your pal. I don't use the word yucky.
You're not a type of person that would use yucky. You're not a yucky person.
I'm not a yucky type person.
No, you're not.
If I was from Kentucky, I might say yucky, but I'm not.
All right.
But it's about fungal nails and fungal treatment, and the editorial is just talking about especially up here, because it's so humid.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't tend to rotate their shoes a lot.
No.
So it's very easy for your shoes get a lot of moisture in there, and fungus can sort of just start growing.
Yes.
And then once it grows and it gets onto your toenails, it then spreads into your shoes.
Yep.
And then the person might wear a couple of different pairs of shoes, so the fungal gets spread into those different shoes. And that's why some people will have fungal nail treatment, regardless of the type that they have. But if they come and see us and they're getting, say, laser treatment, we'll say to them, bring your shoes in so that we can sanitize, nuke them, I like that, so we can sanitize the inside of the shoes. So they might bring in 3 or 4 pairs. And we'll go, is this what you wear all the time? Yes. So we'll do the shoes. Anyway, you might see them, you've cleared everything up, everything's great.
Yep.
And then down the track, you may see them again, they go, I've got fungal nails again.
Yeah.
And they go, well, what happened? They go, well, it started when I got this pair of, red shoes that I only wear on special occasions, and I wore them, and, a couple of weeks later, all of a sudden, it's reappeared. And you'll find that particular pair of shoes, they wore it when they had fungal nails, they put them in the cupboard, left them there, and it's their special occasion shoes. Yeah,
or they got the old volleys out there with holes in them that they mow the lawn in, and they just slip them on.
And there's a lot of fungus you pick up from gardening and soils and stuff like that. So people, and I have the same thing, I have a pair of yard shoes.
Yes.
And sometimes you'll use them, they get a bit wet, they get soil in them.
Yep.
Occasionally you might hose them out, and then you let them sit there, and they...
Fester.
Oh, you love that word, don't you?
Yeah,
Fester.
I love it.
Like Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester away.
And you hear them going, little funguses.
They sit there and they shit. But some people have a pair of yard shoes, and I'm guilty of this.
Yes.
It's usually you buy a brand new pair of runners. You got your new runners, and you look at them, you go, they are spectacular. I'm going to keep this pair clean.
Yes.
So they become your number one favourite shoes that you're going to wear all the time. So your pair that you had that are now 12 months old, they manoeuvre down, and then another pair that was older, they move out into the garage.
Yes.
So it's almost like a 2-year rotation. So your yard shoe can be sitting there for almost 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah, wearing it off and on, mowing the lawn. And a lot of people, they don't put socks on when they put those shoes on. They just slip the buggers on.
Yep.
Go out there, and that's why some people, they don't realise, if you're trying to get rid of fungal nails, whether you're using a topical application, whether you're on, you've seen your GP and they've given you oral medication for it, you've got to look at all the footwear that you're wearing. You've got to look at how you're cleaning your socks, washing the socks in like an antifungal type solution, and then putting them out in the line and letting the sunlight actually get to them. Don't just constantly keep throwing them in the dryer or having them dry in the shade because you're concerned, the shirt might fade. So
that's right,
you dry it in the shade. Oh, your socks are up there as well, so they never see sunlight. So it's all these little things.
So you would recommend that they clean the socks separately to any other clothing?
If you're washing them, ideally wash them in
hot water.
It doesn't mean it's never going to get that hot. But just washing them in a solution that is going to be beneficial towards killing that type of thing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
But it's more just...
Good advice.
And that's part of the reason why we do a lot of free fungal screenings, is people aren't sure, have I got a fungal nail, haven't I? So, ring up, make an appointment, and just say, I want to book in for a free fungal screening.
Free fungal screening. So you get to
say
do it
that
for free?
Say that.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to repeat it again. But
so if people are unsure, we'll probably see average 5 to 10 people a week that will come in just to have a free screening.
Right?
Yeah, and I would say probably 20% of them you're looking and go, no, you don't have fungal nails. It's just nail damage, whether you've dropped something on it in the past or you've worn footwear and it's just damaged the nail. So they're happy. Oh, good, I don't have fungal nails.
Okay.
I don't have to worry about anything. No charge, they walk out.
Right.
Other people, you'll look in the other 80%, you'll go, yes, you do have a fungal nail. We'll explain the process that you go through. We give them a bit of education.
Yep.
And then we'll explain the costs of getting fungal treatment done.
Yep.
And probably about 50% of people will sort of go, yeah, I definitely want to do this. So, and then even at the free screening, we take a photograph of the toenails usually and keep that on record.
Yes.
Because we'll say to them, look, this is what it's going to cost to get the treatment done. You might need 3 treatments, you might need 4. And we take a photo because if someone turns in 12 months later, they may have had the fungus just on one nail.
Yep.
But then they come in 12 months later, it could be on all the nails. So 10 nails is a lot harder to treat than one.
Yes.
But when we're doing the laser therapy, we do them all. Even if you've only got fungus on one nail, that first treatment, we'll do all the nails. Yeah. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it hasn't actually started.
Yeah.
And then you give them advice about, bring your nail clippers and all your files so that we can actually clean them down properly. We use an ultrasonic cleaner which sort of vibrates and gets every little particle out.
Yeah.
Then they go into the sterilisation machine.
Yep.
And that's part of the treatment because there's no point having laser treatment, going home, pulling out a pair of clippers that you've got sitting in your drawer that the whole family uses.
Yes, yeah, it's a good point, isn't it?
And they wonder why sometimes you'll have, the mother might have it, and then the father ends up getting it, and sometimes even the kids.
What's the worst that can happen with untreated fungal nails?
That's the problem with it is it won't kill you. But that's the good news.
Yeah,
the
good news.
See, fungal nails won't kill you. They just look really bad. But if you don't treat them, eventually the nail itself will just deteriorate to a point where it just gets crumbly and falls apart.
And you could get an infection there.
Yeah, and then you don't have that nail actually protecting the end of the toe.
Yep.
So you can get other injuries from it. Then you can get bacterial infection. So even though a fungus on a nail is not going to harm you.
No.
But long term, if it leads into a bacterial infection,
then
if your health, if you've got other health issues, if you should be treating it. It's not something you should go, I won't worry about it. I'll just let it go.
Just soak it in vinegar or something for a night.
But the thing is, fungus itself is really a fragile little organism.
Yes.
Yeah, it's easy to kill, but if you don't kill them all, it's very easy for it to spread and reproduce and then move on to other nails.
All right, so you make an appointment.
Make an
appointment, you get checked out, and it's free for the
free fungal screening is, it's usually about a 15-minute appointment.
Is that right? So you do that for free?
Yeah.
That's very good of you.
Well, it's one of those things, when we first started doing it, we used to get people who would ring up and make an appointment to book in for laser. And there was a percentage of them, like 20%, that would walk in and didn't have fungal nails.
Yeah.
So you'd blocked out half an hour, 45 minutes to do this treatment, and they didn't warrant it.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, it'd be good if we just did a screening first. That way we could give advice to those people anyway. So even if they don't have fungal nails, we can still give them some advice, and they go again. So it actually saves us time to do the fungal screenings. But we'll get people that live out of town. And this is something that people can do as well. Take a photo on your phone of your nails, email it to us, Cairns at proarch.com.au, and just say, I think I may have fungal nails. Can one of the podiatrists look? So somebody might live, Atherton, might live in Weeper.
Yeah, true.
And they can't just come down for a free screening.
Yep.
They need to know, is it a fungus or isn't it? And if it is, they want to get treatment straight away.
Yeah.
So they can send us a photo, and they'll pass it on. One of the podiatrists will look at it and say, yes, no, looks like nail damage. If we're ever in doubt, we're sort of like, is it or isn't it, we can do a scraping, send it off to get a pathology test done, and wait for the results to come through, and then you can do the treatment. But most of the time, through experience, we know what fungal nail.
Because you've seen it so
you just
many
look
times.
And you go, that is a fungal nail.
It's pretty comprehensive. It's great, actually, that you do.
And there's different. The thing is, there's different types of fungus. They respond differently. Some people, you'll do. It's not that you do laser and 100% guaranteed that it's going to cure. About 80% success rate.
Fantastic.
But some people, if they just take oral medication, it doesn't work. If they use just topical applications, it takes a long time, and it may not work.
Yeah. You
combine that with laser doing the other things. If you're in that 20% where it's not working, you get a lot better results by combining some of the treatments.
Yeah. Well, there it is. I mean, the moral of the story is get in there and get checked out, because you don't know whether you've got a fungal infection happening there. And for a free fungal
screening.
You can. Do you have to book?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. You just ring up and say, "Oh, I'd like to book in for a free fungal screening,
Fantastic.
please." Yeah. Just say please, and please be nice, and we basically book it in. There's no obligation about anything. We whether you say at the end of it, I want to get treatment, or you say that you don't want to get treatment, everybody is given the same information.
Yep.
Our goal is to educate people.
Yes.
And and the more you can educate people, the better the treatment is. And that's with all. When we're off air and you were mentioning, every time you go to the GP, you have to get a blood test.
Yes, true. I got a splinter in my left foot, get a blood test.
And I think sometimes where the GPs may let themselves down is you go in with a splinter and they go on to get a blood test, but they don't educate why you need the blood test. What is it they're actually looking for?
Well, that's it. I said that to the doctor yesterday. I said, he said, I've got to give you a blood test. And he didn't say anything else. And I thought, I know you've got to see 53 people in an hour, or whatever it is, 110 people in your shift. But tell me why I need the blood test.
But yeah, I know.
Well, no, they churn them out.
But if they said, Steve, we want you to get a blood test because, and they said,
you got to ask.
with that particular splinter, that piece of wood that you've got in there,
it's poisonous.
Or the way we look at it, or the colour of the the pus that's coming out.
Yeah, it's Agent Orange or something.
But if they said, we need to do this blood test because we need to identify such and such, or there's something else that, you're looking a bit pasty and yellowy at the moment, or,
thanks, mate. But I know what you're saying. So,
and if they just explain it a little bit more, you go, I know why I need to get the blood test. Because a lot of people, and we talk about this at work all the time, communication between the doctor, the podiatrist, the physio, chiropractor, osteopath, and the patient is half the battle.
Of course it is.
If you can communicate well with each other, then you're going to get a lot better result than if you just... It's no different to us saying to a patient, stand up, you need orthotics.
Oh,
and they're like, okay, do I? Why? And they get them, and then they go, scratching it. Why?
Yeah. Exactly.
So you've got to educate them on what the problem is, how orthotics can be a benefit to them, the long-term benefits of it, and the long-term results if they didn't do it.
Yep. Yeah,
so that's why we do the fungal screening.
I think everybody needs to take a bit out of your book, so to speak. I can't even think of the words right now, but anyway.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Just it's just a little bit of explanation, a little bit of understanding why, how, where, when is a lot better. Because what happens when I go to a doctor and they go, you've got to do this, I go and Google it and then I'm going to die. So so you don't Google anything.
Don't Google anything.
No, go and see a professional.
Google doctor is. You know how many diseases I've had?
Oh goodness me! Get a splinter, and I've got a terminal illness after a splinter. But anyway, mate, great information. Good talk today. So if you do have a suspect toenails and they're falling apart, chipping, cracking, whatever, bit itchy. Do they get itchy?
No.
So there's no real symptom apart from a physical look.
Remember the ad that was on the radio a while back, and they said, "You hear that?
Yeah.
That's fungus eating your toenails."
Yeah,
and because it's silent, and because some people, usually women will put nail polish.
Yes, cover it up.
Cover it up. Can't see it, it's not there.
No.
And then they take the nail polish off and they go, "Oh, that's gotten a bit worse.
Yeah.
I'll put some more nail polish on. I can't see that."
Yeah.
So, and that's part of our education too. Is when you're doing the treatment, ideally you're not using nail polish. You get rid of your old nail polish. Because the fungus could be in it,
well, that's
and
true,
then you're putting it straight back onto your nails again. Yeah. So it's those little things that if you want a really good result, you just got to follow a couple of really simple steps.
Fantastic. Give Pro Arch Podiatry and Walk Right Footwear a call. Make a booking. Get those nails checked out.